Round 4, moving on. Ding, ding. Who is the biggest knobhead? It's actually knobhead in boxing. And you can't say my producer.
No. I like money, to be honest. Biggest knobhead in boxing. I mean, there's plenty, isn't there?
Well, let's have a top 3 then. We can have an all-time.
No, you're going to get me in trouble. We'll do one.
Do one, yeah. Don't do 3.
Someone who I can't deal with him even when I'm watching him. I don't like the sound of his voice. Ben Shalom.
Ben Shalom, really?
Yeah. He I don't really know him, but I can't really go into it too much. But he phoned me out of the blue somewhere and trying to feed me with all these lines about someone and something that was going on in the press, as if I was his puppet and I was going to say all this stuff. But then when I was a young fighter looking, a young good fighter looking to be promoted in the UK.
When you spoke to Ben Shalom,
what's that?
Was you an actual active fighter?
No, I was retired. But I was talking about another fighter, and I was quite vocal on the subject, and he was just trying to tell me some information, but wanting me to say it rather than him say it himself. And then when there's a young fighter, good fighter, a former world champion, was from the UK, and based himself in America for a while, tried to come back to the UK, and he wanted a promoter. So I reached out to George Warren. They had a chat with a kid. Frank Smith, Matchroom had a chat with a kid. Reached out to Ben Shalom, and he ignored me. And this was only a few days after he was looking me to do him a favor. So that's something that I haven't forgotten.
So that's put Ben Shalom in the biggest knobhead in boxing category for yourself.
Who's yours? Who do you reckon?
Me? I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about knobheads in boxing, I mean, I could say somebody like, John Fury, but he's kind of gone now. He is a knobhead. He's involved in boxing, but he's kind of irrelevant now. But Jake Paul's trying to call himself a professional fighter, a professional boxer. And I just think he's an absolute fucking bellend. But that's why he's such a big sell to his young demographic, because he's a knobhead. So it'd be somebody like that. But I could go all day and give certain promoters stick, certain promoters I've worked with, mentioning no names. I mean, I could go into certain things, which I'm not gonna. But I'd say probably Jake Paul. He's a right fucking knobhead. And you never know, if I keep poking him, he might just take the bait one day and get eyed out.
I forgot the biggest. Barry McGuigan. Half I forgot about that. Flip me. He's top of the list. He goes above Shalom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I've only met Barry a few times. He's always been Sammy, obviously fellow boxer, and he was a good fighter in his day, and he achieved good things. Hall of Famer as well. But you work with him, and when you work with somebody, you get a close relationship with him. So you're entitled to a totally different opinion to me, because I've never worked with him. What about his son Shane? How do you get on with him?
Not bad.
Another knobhead.
Yeah, don't like him. But he's, I mean, like you said, Barry was a great fighter, and he knows the game inside out. He's a very good in terms of like matchmaking and getting the right fights at the right time. Very, very good at that. The son Shane, very, very good coach as well. I think he knows his stuff. Certainly, he's produced a lot of good fighters, but yeah, he's another knobhead.
Barry spotted you as a talent, didn't he? Quite early on, did he? You in the amateurs, or was you already a pro?
I signed pro. I turned over with Barry in 2009, and he managed me, and I was being promoted by Matchroom at the start, and it was Barry Hearn back then rather than before Eddie came in.
Right.
And yeah, it was all lovely, rosy, great relationship. But if you read my book, you'll find out what happened, and it was a lot of horrible stuff went on behind the scenes, and for that reason, I will always say he's a knobhead.
Yeah, and I'd say, without even asking you, but I'm probably right, it's down to money. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because most
Yeah.
A lot of the time, mate, it's jealousy, money, or greed. It's always that with human beings, unfortunately. That's the root of all evil, isn't it? Money. In the Western world, anyway. Right, we've got the knobheads. A few knobheads there.